All right. Welcome back, Mayhem Mommies. This is episode 1 of season 2 of Milk and Mayhem, and I am your host, Gabrielle Green.
I'm your other host, Adrianne Erickson.
And we have video today.
We did it.
Yes. Mostly Adrianne. She mostly did it. Actually, she completely did it. I didn't have anything to do with it, really.
And some hand holding from my amazing hubby.
There you go.
Thanks, Blake, for the hand holding.
Thanks, Blake.
The moral support, all of the above. But I'm officially an audio engineer.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do a pretty quick episode today, just as like a reintroduction. We're going to go through sort of some of the things that we plan to do coming up. That way you know what to expect. Also talk about the release schedule because it's going to be a little different this season. That's pretty much that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about where you've been at lately.
Oh, right. And I need to update you guys because I have officially had my baby.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about you if you want to.
There's nothing
for anybody,
in here.
any new listeners, we'll share a little about us.
Well, my name's Gabrielle Green. We actually started this podcast last year. I was still pregnant. I was actually just kind of freshly pregnant, and you were in the trenches, basically, of baby life. And I have a little girl. Her name is Sophia. We had her April. So a couple months old now, and we're just, fighting for our lives. That's pretty much it. She's actually a really good baby, though. Like, she truly is. I feel like I have to say she's great, 'cause she is, but this is not for the weak. It is for the profoundly emotionally strong and resilient.
And what inspired you to start a podcast?
Oh, right. Yeah. The biggest thing for me that inspired me was that I felt like there needed to be more community. And I felt like I had something and you have something to give to the community that it just wasn't really out there, And I searched and searched and searched for, I don't want to say like-minded, like exactly like-minded individuals, but I searched for someone that I felt like I could identify with, and I had a really hard time finding that. So I decided that we should get out there and we should represent that version of motherhood.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love it. So I'll go. My name is Adrianne Erickson. I currently work on my own time. I have my own business, which is amazing. I did that to be able to stay home with my baby permanently. Happy to answer any questions about that. If anybody's ever curious on how to do that themselves, it's been a huge life changer for the better to be able to be there with my baby, but also make some income with my own time. So lots of good stuff there. I obviously agree about the podcast. I love podcasts. I love audiobooks. I love learning. I think knowledge is power, and I love diving deep into these things, but I also kind of found that there was room for more of that information out there that I wasn't really finding yet, that I kind of vibed with and that I was seeking out myself. So here we are.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm a mom, obviously. We already talked about that. My baby, who's really not really a baby anymore, according to some people,
Is he a toddler now?
According to some, some people say they're a baby till they're 2, I'm going to say he's a toddler because he's definitely past toddling. He is running now. He's a 1.5 years old, and this age is so fun. So you hang in there. Hang in there. It gets so fun. The newborn stuff was not for me either. Okay. Yeah. We can talk about newborns and stuff, all that kind of stuff more during future podcasts, I'm sure. And speaking of which, just a little slight preview, although we're not going to really stick to anything, I'm sure, based on how we are. Slight preview, we're thinking this season we're going to focus on obviously relevant topics that we're living through right now, things that maybe we've learned from experience already, just from my 1.5 years and her couple of months just with a real life baby and going through that. But we also want to bring in some more book discussions. So we're going to dive into the knowledge together and then come back and share that knowledge with you so that you have actual information from people that are super smart out there that have done a ton of research and spread that information to empower all of us.
Yeah. Absolutely. And with that, the first book, do we want to even go into what
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. She has read it. I have not, but we're going to kind of reread it together, and we're going to essentially dive into each chapter and really break it apart for you. So this first book that we're going to be reading is going to be Hold On to Your Kids. Do you remember who it's by?
It is by Gordon Neufeld, I believe, and Gabor Mate.
Right.
So they co-wrote the book, and it's very relevant to today's world, especially with a lot of people feel a lack of connection or maybe a loneliness and all that kind of stuff in today's society. And it's obviously bleeding into the next generation. So this book really goes into like what's causing that and how can we combat it to hopefully have a better result with our own children and society at large.
Yeah, it's really it's a connection based book. That's my understanding of it, at least.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then without giving too much away yet, because we are going to go through it together as time goes on, it basically ends with talking about current state, which it dives into like the use of internet and video games and how is that affecting children and kind of how to, be able to have those things in your life without having those negative consequences from having those things in your life. And then after we finish that book, as a segue into more of that, we were thinking of the next book would be The Anxious Generation.
Exactly. Yep. We're going to dive into The Anxious Generation. That one is wildly popular. And I've listened to a couple podcasts with the author speaking on the podcast. So I haven't read that book either, but I'm really excited about what we're going to dig into with it. I've heard that book actually changed a lot of school districts' views on having like cell phones in the school and things like that, which I thought was, for something to be that profound that it moved people to genuinely take action, it has to be pretty amazing.
That's cool. Oh, I can't wait to read that one then, because that's new to me entirely. Yeah, and very relevant, right?
Yes, very relevant.
Yeah, so that's kind of a preview of what we're gonna do this season. It was an accidental season 2. She had her baby, life got crazy. We were working on this video setup, which is a whole thing. So here we are. As far as cadence, we're thinking maybe every 2 weeks we'll release an episode right now. And then once we get the hang of things, or if life allows it, or maybe it just ends up feeling right, but we'll see if we increase or not from there. So
100%. Yeah. But either way, we're really excited to be, talking to you guys again and kind of working back into our community. And we just can't wait to share everything.
I agree. So excited. Knowledge is power.
Yes.
This is the spreading of knowledge season to me. And then if you ever have any questions or specific topics you think would be valuable to go through together or that we should be sharing with our community, please let us know. Leave comments on stuff. We check everything. Leave us a review. Let us know what you think. And we're looking forward to more.
Yeah. I think that's that, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Bye, guys. You can find us on all of our socials, whatever, at Milk and Mayhem Podcast. We do plan on working towards getting those up and rolling a little bit more. Well, completely this season. And we do actually have a Reddit forum as well. I would love for you guys to visit. That's a great way to be able to leave some topics without maybe sharing your identity.
Yeah, if you
don't
want
want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you want more privacy or something that you're embarrassed to talk about, but you think it's real and important, feel free to do that on the Reddit thread.
Yeah, we would love to discuss those and dig into them more. But until next time.
Thanks, guys.